Hey everyone, it's me Mark, and this is just a quick video on how to get better sound quality in your video studio. So if you're an online course creator and you want to get sound good and get better sound quality, these are a few tips you can use, or 5 tips right now. So let me just start by showing you the first tip. And the first tip we got over here is to use the right mic. So if you don't know me yet, my name is Mark Daniel Mühlberger, and I'm an online course creator. You can find me at contentcreationstudiosetup.com, and I help online course creators build their home video studio so they can sound and look amazing on camera. So the first tip I got here is to use the right mic. So I'm using a dynamic mic. So there are different kinds of mics. There's dynamic mics, there are condenser mics, and there are ribbon mics. This mic is a dynamic mic, which means it gets rid of a lot of background noise. So if you're filming somewhere where like dishwasher is running, or the kids are running around, or maybe the washing machine is turned on, then use a dynamic mic and keep it close to yourself, right? So that's like the second tip. The second tip is bring the mic close to you. So a lot of people are using a microphone and they put the microphone on the camera, or they put it farther away, just somewhere on your desk. You won't sound good if your microphone is a lot farther than you. You got to keep the microphone near to you. It's really, really important. And once you keep it nearer to you, you don't have to like turn up the volume all that much, because if it's farther away, you'll have to turn up the volume a lot, and that'll pick up a lot of background noise, and not only you, right? The next thing you got to keep in mind is speak into the correct side of the microphone. So let me just show you what I mean here. I have a Blue Yeti over here somewhere. And this Blue Yeti, for example, it has like this cone over here, right? So let me just remove the this, and I'll also remove this. Okay, so it has like, this is like the microphone capsule, right? And inside here there are 3 capsules. So one capsule is facing this way, and the others are facing that way, depending on like which version of Blue Yeti you have. And at the back there's like there's a switch where you can switch the pattern, right? So it's called polar pattern. And now it's switched to the upside down heart shape, the cardioid microphone shape. Cardio is heart, right? So switch to the heart shape, and that heart shape is the best one for voice. So if I speak into the front of the microphone, because that's where the capsule is, it'll actually capture my voice properly. A lot of people are using it like this, where they speak into the top of the Blue Yeti, and there's no capsule on the top of the Blue Yeti. So you got to speak into where the sound is getting recorded, right? There's actually a little piece of paper in the packaging of the Blue Yeti where it tells you exactly where to speak to, because they know a lot of people are speaking to this microphone wrong, right? So you got to speak into the front. That's where the company's logo is. It's the blue logo, because the company's name is actually Blue, not the microphone name. And the Yeti is the microphone name. So it's called Blue Yeti. The company's name is Blue. Speak into where the blue sign is, where it says Blue. Okay, so that's like what you got to do with this microphone. With the other microphone I have, this one over here, I'm actually speaking into the front of the microphone and not the back side of the microphone. Also not into the side of the microphone. I could speak into the side, but that's not going to sound good. You have to speak into the front of the microphone with this microphone here. Check the microphone manual, like when you buy a mic, where exactly you got to speak into for it to sound great. Okay, so the next point I got to show you here is you have to adjust your sound levels appropriately, which means if I put my sound levels on the screen by pressing a keyboard shortcut, you can see here that their sound level going from green to orange and to red. Okay, so these levels over here, and this is the sound levels on my recording app. There's also sound levels on your microphone sometimes, depending on the microphone you have, and there could also be sound levels on your audio interface. So if you have an interface, like let me see if I can find one here somewhere. Yeah, so I don't have one here now, but like on the Rode XLR or on the Rodecaster Pro, or on those things where you need to connect an XLR microphone to your computer, there's an interface, a little box that connects the microphone to your computer. It turns the analog signal, the XLR cable signal, into a digital signal which your computer understands, right? And that's where you can also adjust the volume, right? Usually with those microphones, you can't adjust it on your mic. You have to adjust it via the audio interface, and you got to check the levels on that too. So the levels are never allowed to go to the red. So let me see. Yeah, so, oh, here it is. Oh, no, it's not here. But there are microphones, they have like levels on the microphone itself, like the Blue Yeti, or like this one over here. It also shows like the levels on the microphone. This is a Rode, no, it's a Wave XLR from Elgato. Okay, so sometimes you have to check those 3 levels and be sure that those levels don't go to the red, okay? That's the adjusting the sound levels appropriately. Sometimes your microphone is too low, and if you record with too low levels, you'll have to boost it later on while you're editing, and that will boost also the sound of the microphone. Every microphone has a ground sound, a bass sound of the electronics, right? And it'll also boost all the room noise, which means it'll sound terrible. It's always good to adjust the sound levels appropriately, so you're always between the yellow and orange. Between green and yellow. Okay, so mine is actually always green, and it sometimes hits the yellow. That's where my sound levels are, and that's the right way to adjust it. Okay, the next point, which is tip 5, is to sit or stand up straight. Okay, so you when you're talking, you need to stand up straight, like sit straight, because if you slouch, then you won't sound that good because you're not pushing air into your lungs and out again, right? In order to sound great, like a lot of singers, it's also a lot about breath techniques and posture. So you gotta either sit straight or stand straight by filling your like breasts with lungs, right? By putting your chest out, and really use some proper breath technique to like to sound good, you know? Because if you're like leaving your mouth closed when you're talking, and slouching, it won't sound good. So those are like my 5 biggest tips on how to like sound amazing on camera. Okay, so if this has been helpful, go ahead. If you see this on social media, share this with a friend. And if you're not seeing this on social media, but in some kind of course area or in a product or something like that, then let me know if you liked it. Love to hear it from you. Hope to see you soon. Take care, and bye-bye. Oops. Oh yeah, by the way, I just put this in the screen. Bye.